I'm gonna do my absolute best not to rush through this intro because this is really exciting for me. What's going on? My name's Hunter. This is the Hunt Studio. Today we're taking a trip down the nostalgia lane, right? Nostalgia at its finest being this little guy. The Game Boy Advance, right? The original Game Boy, right? So this Game Boy I had when I was a kid, I had the purple one, and my brother had the Glacier one. And this one is a pink one. So I bought one, and this is going to be custom painted. And also, while we're at it, I have a bunch of modifications for it. I'm gonna do the screen, I'm gonna do the battery, I'm gonna paint the shell, we're gonna replace everything. This is going to be amazing. Okay, so all of these modifications came from Handheld Legends and Retro Modding, and I also bought the thing from iFixit. So we've got the Game Boy itself, right? It's super stock, it does work. It works, everything's fine, everything works great for it, with it. Actually, let me go get a game. So I have a couple games for it. These are actually, one of them is a Game Boy Color, or this one's a Game Boy Color game. This one is a regular DMG Game Boy game. But they do work, right? We all know that. Backwards compatibility is real. It works just fine, right? So we have nothing to fix. We are just going to upgrade. We're doing a Game Boy Advance IPS LCD screen. This is gonna make the screen nice and bright again. Or not again, but make it nice and bright. This is a battery pack, right? This is a rechargeable battery for this, and also I bought a back, because you can charge it USB-C, and I'm going to be spray painting it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So we got a new glass screen. This is a glass screen to replace this scratched up cheap plastic one. And we got some wire, yeah. We got, this part's really cool for me. Some buttons, right? Some new buttons for the, so we're gonna go with like a blue and orange color scheme here. I'm also going to be spray painting this thing. Let's get this thing started. I started this project off by removing the back screws and disassembling the entire thing with my new iFixit toolkit, right? So I took all the back screws out, and whenever I opened that thing up, I saw the board and the buttons and all, and when I removed it, like, it stank really bad, actually. So I took some isopropyl alcohol, took it to the board, cleaned the entire board, and took those buttons, proceeded to throw them in the trash, and took those rubber button contacts, and I had to clean them off and all, but got it nice and clean. Let's go. She's ready to be spray painted. Okay. Here's what we got. I forgot to take this part out, so I gotta pop it out and hurry up before it dries. Okay, here I accidentally, I knew I would get too excited, and I forgot to put a clear coat on the Game Boy after it was spray painted. So, forgot the spray paint, forgot the coat. But that's okay, because I ended up being able to go back and fix it. Yeah, if you did see just then, I did make a couple of mistakes with the screen but whatever, we'll get past that part. This part is also made a mistake here. I tried to take that wire, the soldering wire, that blue wire. I didn't have strips, like things to strip it with well enough, so I ended up fumbling around with the wires and they kept breaking. But fortunately, the screen came with some better wires, so I ended up using those instead. I came very close to not doing this portion and painting Charizard. I almost just left it alone, completely how it is. And part of me wishes I did, but I pushed through and did it anyway, because I wanted Charizard on there. And I kept staring at those orange start and select buttons and thought this wouldn't make any sense without Charizard on it. So I went ahead with it. And the reason I debated heavily on this at all was because of just fumbling around and making so many mistakes with the Game Boy itself, building it. It got really frustrating and very discouraging. At this point in the process, I was like, my confidence level was all-time low on the project. Specifically, I didn't cut the screen out large enough. I had to take a blade to the screen. I didn't cut that large enough. Fumbling around with those wires, they just kept snapping. I would solder it in, and it would just boop. As I would close it, it would just snap, and it just got really frustrating. And then I realized that I forgot to put the clear coat on, and I had already put the glass screen on, so I tried to pull everything apart, but that $50 IPS screen was like about to rip in half when I went to tug on it a little bit, and I didn't place the sticky on there right. It wasn't going very well for me. But I decided to persevere, push through the negativity, push through the mistakes, and just kind of do what I set out to do in the first place, which was paint Charizard on a Game Boy Advance. Why? Because fire red and leaf green, that's why, you know? That was my childhood, playing Pokemon on this Game Boy Advance, so why not? I ended up liking the painting though, I did. I pushed through it, I got out of my head, pushed through the process, and I like it. I like it a lot. The Game Boy is complete. You want to see it? Of course you want to see it. That's why you stayed this long. I'm going to show you what I just did. Oh my gosh. Okay, here's the Game Boy in all its glory. Yeah. All right, so we got the front and the back. Yeah. So what we ended up doing is we ended up taking this glass. This is now a glass screen with a reflective here. Hey, dude. We ended up painting the pink. The pink shell is now spray painted blue. I put an IPS V2 screen in here, so now it's nice and bright. I replaced the buttons, right? So I did some clear buttons on the back. I put my custom sticker on it, I custom painted the thing with Charizard, and I put in a rechargeable USB-C battery in there, right? And so turning this thing around, I want to show you the mistakes that I made. First of all, the clear coat, right? It's I touched it while it was drying still, so it's not as crystal clear as it should be. Also, I put the glass screen over before I put the shell on, and so whenever I went to cut it, like I put tape on it and then cut it, and then I sliced it several times. Just sliced it up. I beat it up really bad. And you can see the white in there. I just beat it up with the knife. Man, it just got bad. And that's just simply me rushing the process and not doing it properly. But that's the tour of the outer, and when you turn it on, boom. This thing has a screen that's brighter than any Game Boy that came from Nintendo. Like, it might even be brighter. Actually, I have something for comparison for it. I'll be right back. Okay, so I have in here a 3DS XL, and we're going to compare this screen as soon as it wants to turn on with this screen. And I don't know if you can see very well or not, but just simply turning it on, this screen is a million times better than this one here. Like, it's insane. It is incredible. So with that, now I have an amazing way to play these old Game Boy games, right? And so one last flaw that I did, like, super not proud of is this sticky adhesive, this double-sided adhesive tape here. It's poking out, like it's visible, which is not ideal. But with the wires, I do want to show you also with those wires, the thing I was fumbling around with. If you hold the the select button and then toggle the LNR, you can change the brightness of it. And that's what soldering those wires allowed me to do. But I'll probably keep it at a nice low point to save that battery, you know. So that is the Game Boy. That is the project for the week. It was so much fun to paint the thing. It was a good time. It's something super nostalgic to me. It's super, like, close to home, close to heart. Is Game Boys and Nintendo handhelds just in general, and painting, making art. It's just all, like, really close to home. So this is a very special project for me. It's a very large project, very ambitious project, and I kind of want to do this again with some more, maybe newer Nintendo technology. We'll see. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching so much. Thank you. This is the Hun Studio. Peace.